The Styrke class dragon, known for their blazing speed, vice-like jaw strength.
That's like jaw strength, they're f***ing right. The only vice-like jaw they have are the ones who get curb stomped by Styrke the Vast.
Extreme intelligence, pinpoint accuracy. Toothless, you might want to hop on to the next long ship, because you're not scoring this one. Powerful attacks.
If you call a slap in the face powerful.
Explosive firepower and unique abilities that allow them to navigate in their respective environment / atmosphere.
Which every dragon has. That is what evolution is.
Okay, I'll stop denouncing the Styrke class. They are pretty cool. That's why I'm starting with them first in the series. I'm looking at why these specific set of dragons, a list on the How to Train Your Dragon fandom, belongs in the Styrke class family, and why the ones that don't are not Styrke class dragons. This is going to be a series involving all the dragon classes. Inspired by Lox's not type series, any major mistakes will be pinned in the comments by me. I'm not talking about the Rescue Riders as they are not a part of the universe. Sorry for the long intro, but there's a lot of information to go through for a new series. Terms and conditions apply, each sold separately. The first category are the quadrupeds, the dragons that walk on all fours. This one is the largest category, with 3 of them being the same dragon. The Nightfury, described as the unholy offspring of lightning and death itself. And for good reason. It's real speedy, 20 I see. Look at any scene where Toothless is going almost full throttle. Check. Vice-like jaw strength. I'm gonna say no on that one, Chief. Just a 6. He uses his mouth to hold things, more than other dragons. He bangs up Hiccup's leg, both times. But can he bite through boulders or chew through metal? Presumably yes. No. No he can't. Extreme intelligence, yes? Nightfuries have pinpoint accuracy and explosive firepower, which is a 14. Although I may tease that Toothless misses a lot, his fire type requires accuracy to land, and in a few key moments, he hits it just right. Whoa, very satisfying. Might I add, oddly? Oh? Unique abilities that suit its environment, like a form of echolocation to navigate through the caves, splitting spines to help with maneuverability, camouflage to blend in with the night sky, and if that isn't enough camo for ya, their scales reflect the light off the lightning, making them appear invisible. Toothless specifically has an alpha mode. We don't know if that applies to the entire species. Nightfuries are the mascot of the Styrke class, and they match the description almost to a T. I personally don't understand why Vice-like jaw strength is a descriptor. None of them have it. But yeah, that's the bar we're setting to qualify, I guess. So the next one is an exact replica with lesser notable features, the Lightfury, the subspecies of the Nightfury. We don't know if they have spines. We don't know if they have splitting splines or echolocation, but we do know they have camouflage, using the light from their blast. We see that they have pinpoint accuracy and explosive firepower, and extreme intelligence. The Lightfury can keep up with Toothless, and again, the jaws don't have a main screw through its mouth, so it's not Vice-like. Actually, side point, isn't a Vice a more recent invention? How would Vikings know what one is, unless Hiccup is from the future? Nightlights are hybrids of Nightfuries and Lightfuries. I debated whether or not to include them as they weren't on the list, but I figured I should. We don't know all their abilities, which isn't too relevant because they still have all the characteristics that fit into the Styrke class. Even if we don't know if they have split spines or alpha modes, they have both Nightfury and Lightfury DNA, so they are going to have the same stats. To be honest, there isn't too much to add. This is the 3rd time we're making the same point, so moving on to something different. It's time to go back to the past. No, that doesn't have the same ring to it. Woolly Howl, a wooga. A wooga? It's an extremely tough dragon. It's able to tolerate blizzards and fly within them seemingly unaffected, partially because of its thick coat of fur. The body structure is similar to the Nightfury, an explosive ice blast with the consistency of hail that requires pinpoint accuracy. It is just a fluffy Nightfury. Okay, what else is there? It has high intelligence and blazing speed, with increased stealth in snowy areas. With a pale belly and a dark brown back, the dragon can blend in with the clouds when viewed from below, and darker mountains when viewed from above. So yes, a fluffy Nightfury. Woolly Howl has many similar abilities, characteristics, and body structures. It even has an individual that has a unique ability. Fuzzbucket is able to summon freezing cold snowstorms. So if the Nightfury is a poster child of the Strike class, another clone would definitely fit the bill. This is going to be called the Nightfury category. On to the Sand Wraith. No, I'm not going to talk about another Nightfury clone. It's not even in a Strike class, it's Tidal. Tied on D's nuts? Whoa! Snow Wraith was originally known as the Snow Fury because the producers wanted it to be related to the Nightfury. Is everyone a bloody Nightfury? You're a Nightfury. You get a Nightfury. Hiccup becomes a Nightfury. Oh, well, I guess he does. What? Read the rest of the paragraph. Sorry, that was my non-existent producer. Look how professional I am. However, they decided that having multiple Fury dragons would not be a good idea, according to Douglas Solon. I didn't look at how to pronounce the name. Thank Odin. Not another Nightfury. What am I saying? I always want more Nightfuries. Who am I? Besides me having an identity crisis, does the Snow Wraith have blazing speeds? Let's see. Yeah, a solid 18. They have high intelligence. This is on display in Snow Way Out, where they show pack life. Their jaw strength is Again, why is this a descriptor? One managed to hold on to Gothi's staff for a long time. The blast looks similar to the Nightfury's, a highly concentrated blast of ice that can be fired in quick succession, so pinpoint accuracy is necessary. But coupled with the 24 firepower, there are some punch behind the flashy lights. What stands out is its unique ability that helps it thrive in its environment. Basic camouflage, burrowing in the ice for shelter, and finally thermal vision. Perfect to see warm-blooded animals in a hostile, cold environment, until the animal hides in snow, like any animal that would be in a snowy environment. The next category is bipedal dragons, ones that walk on two legs. This category system doesn't really work for a small collection of dragons. The Strike class is the smallest, but it will matter for the larger ones. So, consistency. Here we go. The Skrill, described as an elusive creature that is highly secretive and is known to ride lightning bolts. Using lightning bolts for power and speed really makes this dragon a part of the Strike class. But let's look at it closer. Let's start with its intelligence. Yes, it's a smart boy.
That is one smart dragon.
I hate smart dragons, which is why I love you.
In A Time to Skrill, the Skrill recognized that Hiccup is luring it into a glacier to trap him like before. It later tries to trap Hiccup and Toothless inside instead. The final example, it was able to track Hiccup back to Burke and knew which house he lived in. Skrills are very fast as well, even able to keep up with Toothless in lightning storms. With a 19, it's not hard to see why. Also, the dark purple colouring blends right in with the dark storm clouds. The Skrill's firepower is strong, a bit obvious when it can manipulate lightning, but its lightning blasts are comparable to Nightfury's blasts. They're 12. But with a shot limit of only 4, it has its cap. However, they can quickly recharge in storms. The blast links heavily to its ability to allow the Skrill to thrive in their respective environment or atmosphere. Electrokinesis, riding lightning, and electrical field. The electrokinesis, the motion of particles or liquids that results, form, or produces a difference in electric potential. Oh, it's not that. It's electric telekinesis. Right. It achieves this mythical feat with the metallic spines, channeling lightning through its body and fires out a shocking blast. Look, I'm trying to use a different language from the page, so I resorted into a pun. I'm so sorry. Skrills can store electric energy in their bodies, using the electrolytes in its scales, building static electricity, and conducting freely throughout its body. Riding lightning has only been seen once, but oh gosh, that is so cool. Like a Norse god travelling through the Bifrost, the Skrill ascends quickly upwards at a hypersonic speeds. Using lightning bolts, this proves that its potential speed is unbelievable. The 19 score is probably lower than it should be. Finally, the Skrill can redirect the electricity into an electric field. By moving it and closing the wings together, it forms a small electric force field that is used to block projectiles. With a combination of all its abilities and comparable, if not better stats than the Nightfury, Skrill is super fitting of the Strike class category. Do I include the Lavender Skrill, a subspecies of the Skrill? I did so for the Lightfury, so why not? It's exactly the same, but instead it lures its prey using the scent of lavender. Wow. The Triple Strike and its Pokemon look at ass. This dragon is on the cusp of not fitting in. For starters, the firepower is one continuous stream, which have similarities to the Styrke class dragons, but does have the ability to shoot in short, powerful blasts. Having a 14 for firepower, it is the strongest out of all the Strike class, being able to lift heavy objects and take shots with its barbed hide. The dragon doesn't really have an ability that makes it navigate its environment effectively, with a Rattatail, Stingers, Pincers and Tail Whips, which, albeit powerful attacks, doesn't serve the dragon other than giving devastating blows.
That's what she said!
The only aspect that fits into this descriptor is the fact that it can grasp objects or other dragons, but personally for me it isn't strong enough point. However, what gives it the edge into the Strike class category is its surprising amount of maneuverability. Enable it to curl up into defensive rolls to protect its soft underside, flipping and flying upside down, elements that are known for the Strike class dragons to achieve. Its speed is comparable to others with a natural 20. The last strong point for being in the Strike is its intelligence, understanding hand commands and whistling. Wait, can't all dragons do that? Well, not to the degree of this complexity. So it's lacking in the unique way to fit into its respective environment, which to be fair is elements that fits into all dragons. For example, Grunkel's small rotund body to fly through small caves for rocks. And appropriate firepower typical of the Strike class family. I think one of the most defining points of the Strike class is the speed and maneuverability, with the majority of these other sections fitting the bill. Finally, this is the not Strike class category. Yeah, I know they are actually Strike class. This is the category for why they should be in other classes, as they have similar characteristics and ability to other dragons. The Deathgripper. Why is it a Strike? To be fair, out of the two, it does have the strongest arguments for 4. Look, I just barely passed English GCSE, just give me a break, which I'll get into later, but I believe it would fit better into other classes. So starting with the stronger arguments, the Deathgripper's intelligence is high, understanding whistle commands and finger snaps. They are capable of planning out complex hunting strategies to take down their prey. Deathgripper's speed is up there with the Nightfury's, 12. In the film, they caught up and overwhelmed Toothless, the wolves of the sky. Other than that, they have characteristics comparable to other class of dragons. For example, acute senses. Deathgrippers have a well-developed sense of smell and hearing, using their forked tongues to smell blood from 20 miles away. If that doesn't scream tracker, I don't know what does. Or a snake. A scary, scary snake. They don't have unique characteristics that suit their respective environment / atmosphere. Retractable tusks used for impaling prey and to lift up plates of armor so it can sting directly into the skin. The Deathgripper's sting is extremely potent. The first jab paralyzes the victim, the second killing it, and the third saturating the corpse with poison that paralyzes anyone who touches it. They have 4-limbed pincers like a praying mantis. These are used for pinning prey down during an attack, similar to the Velociraptor's sickle. Those particular features best fit the shark class dragons, as one caption of them is sharp body parts often able to fire and replace them. They tend to be poisonous. Isn't it venomous though? If you're injecting poison, it's venom. You could argue this applies to the triple strike, and I would agree with you, but what keeps the triple strike within the edge is the firepower. Deathgrippers, on the other hand, have firepower like a mystery class, spewing thick, flammable acid, often catching fire when exposed to oxygen. I should do scientific breakdowns of all the fire types. Easily disintegrating wood, stone and metal, which, similar to Changewings, or sweet, sweet relief of sweet death. I can understand if people are adamant that Deathgrippers should remain in strike class. I'm just offering a contrasting viewpoint. And at the end of the day, they still are in the categories, no matter how much I may say otherwise. But I believe they are best suited for sharp class, but I won't be too mad if people disagree. The last dragon, which is definitely not a strike class dragon, is the Songwing. Its main appearance is on Hiccup's map and on Fishleg's cards in How to Train Dragon 2. Resembling a body of a fireworm, small and stocky with two small hind legs, wings with patterns like a death song, and proportions similar to a timberjack. The fire type is relatively unknown. In one concept image, it is a stream of fire, like pretty much any other dragon, but not one like a strike class. Not much is known about these dragons, but all the Vikings know is that they are very dangerous and is known to kill everything. Which sounds awfully like another dragon we know. Yes, this isn't the only similarity to the Death Song. Its main ability is a hypnotic song to lure in prey. And to be honest, my headcanon that this is actually the Death Song, and when Vikings were discovering it for the first time, they mixed it up with other dragons as the culprit of the song. Understandable, because there seems to be a lot of dragons surrounding the Death Song. Weird. But for now, although I treat this dragon as the Death Song, it is still categorised as a strike class dragon. But it would be best suited as a mystery like its reimagined version. There you go, that is my list of why each dragon is strike class and why some are not. I feel like I reached a bit for the triple strike and the Deathgrippers. I could easily be wrong about them. It's up to interpretation. But what do you think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Tell me your reasons in the comments below. This is a fun discussion, and I'm going to be carrying on the series for all the classes. But be patient, I can't get videos out that quickly anymore. Thanks for watching, TTFN, and ta-ta for now.